I think we do have some football news covered up in terms of
Well, I
both.
mean, I guess we could segue nicely into the main news that's come in just before we started this podcast is that Arsenal beat Fulham 3-0
Yeah,
on the
and
opening game of the season, and I was obviously delighted.
Lacazette scoring the first goal. He's on my fantasy Premier League bench, so I put him back on. I was like, oh, bloody hell, I just missed that. And you told me not to put him on the team. You were like, oh, he might be...
Willian, new boy with 2 assists.
He was really
Gabriel,
good, yeah.
new boy with a goal and a clean sheet. Things seem to be looking up. Unfortunately, the news that has just filtered through from my mate just before we started is that Martinez is going to have a medical at Aston Villa this afternoon.
Gabriel Martinez.
No, Emiliano Martinez.
The goalkeeper.
Our goalkeeper.
Oh man!
And I am absolutely. I'll be absolutely gutted if he goes anywhere, because I really think he proved he was worth his salt last season, especially during the cut run.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He was at Arsenal for, I covered this in one of our previous podcasts, but he's been at Arsenal for years and years, since about 2011 or something, and he just never really seemed to get his due until until last season, really, where he basically disposed Leno as our number one keeping choice.
Yeah.
But he wasn't even in the squad today. Like, we had Leno starting the game and Matt Macy on the bench. But I think it'd be a real shame if he goes, considering we've now finally, I can't remember the last time we had 2 world-class goalkeepers in our team. And so what if, they're trying to vie for each other's place? Just do a rotation system.
How many goalkeepers have you got at the moment besides those? Who's the other one besides Leno?
Just those 3. So it's Bernd Leno, Emiliano Martinez, and Matt Macy, who's basically our reserve keeper, who's never played for us.
So why would you get rid of Martinez?
I think he's played one. I think he's played in 1 cup game.
Are Arsenal trying to target another transfer? Is that why they're trying to sell Martinez?
I feel like it might be. I'm hoping that it's maybe trying to get money in for the Partey deal, potentially.
Thomas Partey, yeah, because he's like valued at like 30, 40 million, something like that, or is it 50?
Something like that. He's an expensive man,
Yeah.
And,
he's a good midfielder, and I think,
and we want him. We need quality in midfield, because right now we don't. I mean, today's performance aside, where I thought we were absolutely superb.
From what I saw, yeah. But I'll agree.
We need that sparking quality in them. I don't trust Xhaka or El Neni to carry the whole team for the season.
Yeah, and I think if I may talk about on the other side, it's proven as well that this trying to find this second striker is proving really difficult for Spurs. But all I see on Twitter blowing up is, even if like Japhet Tanganga is announced number 25, people are still replying to Spurs saying sign a striker, all over that. I think that's kind of disrespectful to Japhet, because like that's his post. There's no need. I get it. I get that we need a second striker, but not to overshadow somebody else's achievement, especially someone who's just risen up from the ranks. And then I think we were looking at Patson Daka from RB Salzburg, and he was valued at like 30 or 20 million, something like that, and he's staying at the club now, which is he's regarded as the second coming of Pele. Just to give him a bit of a description. And
the thing is, right, just to interject, with any footballer that's labelled as the next so-and-so, it never turns out very well. I remember a guy who played for Liverpool years ago called Bruno Cheyrou, who was hailed as the next Zinedine Zidane. Yeah, he was hailed as the next Zinedine Zidane, but he was pretty awful.
And not Messi. Sorry, Lamella Koff, I should say.
Yeah, Lamella Koff.
Like he's good.
Is he still at Spurs, Lamella?
Yeah, he's not generally the first picked. He's not picked for the first team a lot, but he's all right. He's good. He scores goals and stuff. But like he was very, very well overhyped like years ago. And
he scored a really fantastic goal.
When was that?
I think it was a couple of years ago. It might have been like a kind of Bergkamp-esque sort of dummy goal, and it was brilliant to watch.
Okay.
I've got to say, even though I'm an Arsenal fan, I hate Spurs.
I know, and I hate Arsenal. I love that we hate
The
each other.
feeling is very much mutual between us of our hatred of each other's clubs.